Medical marijuana, or medical cannabis, is a controversial issue that many states have been against, but there are currently 23 states that allow the use of medical marijuana. Will Kansas become the 24th or the 50th state to allow it? My name is Mitzi Carpenter, and I'm going to tell you how medical marijuana can help people with certain diseases or symptoms. I'm going to explain what the marijuana plant is, give a brief history lesson on how it became illegal, give Dr. Sanjay Gupta's view on medical marijuana, and give some information on a few young kids from Kansas who could benefit from medical marijuana. First, let me explain what marijuana is, or cannabis. According to an article called Marijuana is Medicine, Consider the Pros and Cons by CNN in August 2006, marijuana is dried parts of the plant called cannabis. It is a dark green hemp plant with greenish-brown flowers at the very top and long leaves going down the stem. This plant contains components called cannabinoids that help alleviate symptoms of diseases, and there are 60 different types in the plant. Phenols and flavonoids, such as THC and CBD, are found in marijuana, which gives it its medical properties. Symptoms that medical marijuana can relieve include decreasing nausea and pain in cancer patients, easing the pressure behind the eyes in glaucoma sufferers, and easing pain for other multiple conditions. Next, I will give a brief history of medical marijuana. An article published in August 2014 called 6 Historical Facts About Medical Marijuana, published by Health Society on LeafScience.com, says that the earliest record of medical marijuana comes from ancient China in 2337 BC. Ancient Egyptians used medical marijuana to treat tumors. Ancient Greeks used it to dress wounds and sores on battle horses, and also on humans for ear pain and inflammation. Medical marijuana was introduced into Western medicine in the mid-1800s by an Irish physician named William Brooke O'Shaughnessy, and was used to treat a wide range of conditions, including muscle spasms, rheumatism, epilepsy, and pain. Medical marijuana was widely used in the U.S. in the late 1800s, until it began being replaced by synthetic drugs during the 20th century, and was removed from the United States Pharmacopoeia, or the USP, in 1942, following the passage of the 1937 Marijuana Tax Act. Now I will give Dr. Sanjay Gupta's view. Dr. Gupta is the chief medical correspondent for CNN and a neurosurgeon. He used to be against medical marijuana legalization until he did a lot of research that changed his mind. Dr. Gupta said in his article called Why I Changed My Mind on Weed, published in August 2013, I didn't look hard enough until now. I didn't look far enough. I didn't review papers from smaller labs in other countries doing some remarkable research, and I was too dismissive of the loud chorus of legitimate patients whose symptoms improved on cannabis. Most studies done now focus on the harm of smoking marijuana, with only about 6% of current U.S. marijuana studies investigating the benefits of medical marijuana. And this can paint a highly distorted picture because if people only hear the harm, then they are less likely to consider all the possible benefits medical marijuana has. Dr. Gupta said that prescription drugs are used all the time, and someone dies in the U.S. every 19 minutes from a prescription drug overdose. But marijuana has been illegal for so long that even the thought of taking it as medicine can make some people uneasy. Prescription drugs don't work to relieve pain or symptoms for everyone. Charlotte Fiji of Colorado is one example. She started having seizures soon after birth, and by age 3 was having 300 a week, despite being on several different medications. Medical marijuana has calmed her brain, limiting her seizures to 2 or 3 a month. Vivian Wilson is from New Jersey and is another example. She was a 2-year-old in 2013 that suffered from Dravet syndrome, which is a rare and severe type of seizure. modern medicine was unsuccessful in treating it. Finally, let's move on to medical marijuana in Kansas and the children who could benefit from it. Medical marijuana bills have been filed in Kansas every year since 2009, but has never moved beyond informational hearings. Kansas State Senator David Haley first introduced the Senate bill enacting the Cannabis Compassion and Care Act. According to an article titled Kansas Reconsiders Cannabis, published in January 2015 by the Herald Tribune, it says that this would allow Kansas individuals with cancer, glaucoma, human immunodeficiency virus or HIV, acquired immune deficiency syndrome or AIDS, hepatitis C, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Crohn's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and Nail-Patelia syndrome to use medical marijuana. And it also makes allowances for individuals suffering from a condition that causes symptoms like severe pain, nausea, seizures, or wasting syndrome. The bill would also create a patient registry with identification cards, set up dispensaries, and outline the health conditions eligible for treatment with medical marijuana. The medical marijuana bill would benefit many young children in Kansas. Sophie Robles is a 6-year-old from Wichita and has suffered daily seizures since she was 18 months old. She was on many medications for 2 years that made her sleep and have seizures. She is now a first grader who can't talk, eats only ground-up food, and drinks from a sippy cup. Her mother wants an opportunity to try medical marijuana for Sophie in hopes that her little girl can stop suffering. Autumn Bay is a 3-year-old from Lenexa who suffers from sodium channelopathy, a genetic disorder that makes her prone to seizures. She has suffered from this since she was 3 months old and can't come out of a seizure on her own. The medications used to stop her seizures cause her to stop breathing, and she is in the ICU 3 to 4 times a month. Autumn's parents have been told that they are out of legal medical options. Some people have moved out of state or are considering moving to get their children medical marijuana treatments. Donna Rita Baldwin City said that she is moving soon to Colorado to be with her 3-year-old grandson Otis, who has epilepsy, whose parents moved him there for treatments. Sophie Robles' mother is considering moving to get her daughter the medicine she knows that will help her. In conclusion, there are many people who can benefit from having medical marijuana as a treatment option, no matter how young they are. I have given a description of marijuana or cannabis, a brief history lesson, given a doctor's viewpoint, and given a few stories of children in Kansas who can benefit from it. This is the only option left for some patients who have tried countless prescription drugs that have failed to work for them. Now that you know some information, take the time to consider not only the harm, but also the benefits of medical marijuana. It's only a matter of time before all states legalize medical marijuana, so help Kansas become number 24 and not 50.